There was a point where Keir Starmer has been asked on public record, I believe, there was a media interview, what is a woman, and did he think trans women were women, I think was the question, and he effectively said yes, and so something to do with the cervix involved as well, I believe. And then now all of a sudden he's rode in. Well, he took 6 days to respond to the UK Supreme Court
which was
ruling.
itself interesting,
massively revealing.
Yeah,
massively revealing.
Why do you think he has taken so long? Because I would have my theory, but I'd be interested in what yours would be. Is it because you think he doesn't agree with it? Or do you think it's for political reasons and being worried about the response within his own party? Because I think it's more likely the latter.
There's part of me that wonders, this was a hefty ruling by the Supreme Court, running into multiple pages, and Keir Starmer is a lawyer by training. I wondered whether, he's the kind of person who would not want 3 talking points from some of the policy wonks in Downing Street summarising what's happened. He would probably want to read the entire judgment himself. And he just strikes me as that kind of guy.
I think that's probably fair.
Whether he does it, at nighttime, bedtime reading, I don't know, don't really care. But I think it reflects his personality. He's not someone given to rushed judgments. He's not someone who, sometimes I think to a fault, and I think in this case to a fault. So there could have been those factors feeding in. I think that would explain perhaps a couple of days waiting while they maybe talk to government lawyers and make sure that what he says is compliant with any other law or whatever. But the fact it was 6 days, I think, suggests it was more of an issue of party management.
Yeah.
Debating, talking, discussing with the backbenchers. What can we say here? But what I've found so interesting is now that Starmer's come out and said that, mostly the cabinet are falling into line mostly behind him, including the Justice Secretary, who's come out very strongly at committee just this week and said it is completely unacceptable to challenge the UK Supreme Court's ruling. I think this is great.